Hey everybody, Britical Saiyans here, I'm Matt,
And I'm Jonah.
and today we are going to go over the latest erratas and ban list adjustments.
Dun dun dun.
Alright, so first up is Gogeta Hero Revived. Now, this card has been needing a ban for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just have a look what their reasoning is for it. So we got originally we designed cards thinking games would end on turn 5 or 6. However, the game is becoming much more interactive now, and we're trying to move away from all-purpose cards powerful enough to win you the game on their own. Hang on a second. There we go. This card no longer fits the direction we want the game to go in, earning its spot on the ban list. Right, so I feel like they're banning it for the wrong reason.
Um.
Like, it needs to be banned for the fact that it's a stupidly good card, not because of the direction that the game is going.
Yeah, like it's annoying because, from what I can tell, they are banning it because people are overusing it, but it's also for the sake of the game and the new cards. It's like, well, no, you should just be banning it because people are like, oh, I don't know how to kill my parent. I'll put Gogeta in my deck.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
And yeah, natural progression of games, isn't it? Like you can have a set plan for how you want the game to progress, but because you introduce things to counter different things, it changes the direction of the game. So, yeah,
Um,
but
that implies the game has a set direction.
no,
With the
no.
amount, with the amount of counterplays, it's just like play, see what happens, I guess.
Yeah. So, again, I feel like it's been put on there for the wrong reason, but it's, fair enough. It's on there at last.
Yeah, I think it's
Um,
been put on too late.
yeah,
It
it
should have
has.
been done earlier.
Yeah, because of the way the game is now, it was slowly gonna drop off a bit anyway.
Yeah,
And depending on what came out, well, the rest of Set 10 and, the rest of the Unison Warriors block could have completely pushed this card out of the game altogether for a long time.
mm.
But, remains to be seen. There could be some card down the line that's just as stupid. You never know. So, next up, we've got Android 21 Violent Predator. Jonah, do you want to just take this one for their reasoning and then just chuck your opinion?
Oh, okay. Um, so it says originally this card was meant to promote the use of multicolored cards. However, with the Unison Warrior series, we want mono decks to be viable as well. This card prevents players from effectively using monocolored cards and can potentially lead to a meta where monocolored decks are less effective, so we're adding it to the ban list. Great and all, but it was barely used anyway.
Mm. Like, a lot of...
So,
I didn't see it used that much. Unless it was just because I wasn't coming across it that much. I don't know. But...
I
yeah.
barely saw it in when we would watch streams and that stuff. I barely saw it.
No, it's
It
the
Bad
earlier
Omen.
one, isn't it? The 5-cost one that was used.
Yeah, Bad Omen. That needs hitting because people would reduce their opponent to 2 life, play 2 from their energy by paying 8, and then just be like, yeah, burn you for 2. You can't do anything about it. GG.
Mm.
This card, you have to play around seeing it. In my deck, I run 2, and a bunch of things that can move like cards in and out of the energy, just so that when I want to play this, I can play it.
I mean, it is very powerful if you can get it out against a mono.
Yeah,
Because it practically wins you the game. But
yeah.
it's...
But you have to kind of expect to come across that and go, okay, here I go.
Yeah, you're not going to come across this card in every single game.
No. But it's like, mono decks could still run dual energy. They could, like, if you've got a, like the Sin Shenron deck could run, like, the yellow, green card just as Charge Fodder. Just 4 of them, and the rest be mono.
Hmm.
You could easily just do that. Just run the ones that can come in active as long as you got another one in the energy, and there you go. It's like, okay, I'm sorted, but I'm still mostly mono. Because all these mono decks don't say if all your energy is mono blank. It just says if you have a mono blank, blah 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 blah.
No,
So-
it's only now they're starting to say if it's all mono, isn't it?
Pretty much. And yeah, this card wasn't getting much use. Probably wouldn't get much use anyway, because people want to play the new stuff.
Yeah. So, it didn't need it.
It didn't need banning. Limiting to 1, yes, and then seeing how it goes? Or just wait till the tournaments start and then see what happens?
Yeah, because for this to make any proper impact, it would need to be used very, very commonly. And so
Yeah.
you would need, like, half of the player base to be this deck, and then half the player base to be mono with the new stuff for it to
Yeah.
really impact. But it'd be like the odd deck here and there, because people will use newer stuff. So it's...
Well,
I
the
get
thing
it,
is-
but at the same time, it wasn't needed.
No, and the thing is as well is like if say every player who went to a tournament was like, oh, my opponent's going to play 21, I won't use mono. I'll use 21 because I'm probably going to see a lot of mono. So if everyone went into the mindset of my opponent's going to play mono, I'll play 21, then you just have a bunch of people using dual color, and it's like, okay, and this did nothing.
Yeah.
So
So a limit would have been the better direction.
yeah, they need, like, with the lack of tournament scenes as well, calling bans on things that could potentially affect the meta it's risky. Because like the Gogeta, yes, ban that. It's being used too much.
Yeah.
This card and some of the other ones, you don't know yet. So
Yeah.
who's to say?
Okay, so next up is this Respect Piccolo, which was it's from the, what set, isn't it? The tournament
Well,
set?
martial arts.
Yeah. So their reasoning is we created this card to deal with ejection and heightened evolution and other ramp-oriented cards. However, since those cards are no longer the threats they once were, we believe this card will unnecessarily limit future card designs and is thus deserving a ban. Right, so let's just point out, so the Heightened Evolution Goku was banned before this card even existed.
And then it got errated.
And then it got
Well, it
errated.
got a reprint, even.
Yeah.
It got remade.
Yeah,
and
it got
so-
remade long after this card even came out. Like, it's only
Yeah.
recently has happened. Objection getting banned. Okay.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's to stop objection. That banned card.
Yeah, that ban card, but that's only been recently banned as well, anyway. So, they're doing this for future proof, but then if they introduce too much ramp again, what was the point of banning this?
Well, that's the thing. They go introduce a lot of ramp, and then they're going to have to either put a new Piccolo in, or they'll unban this one, which will then probably get banned again anyway.
Yeah. So,
So,
it's just it's a future proof ban.
Yeah.
As opposed to a ban that was needed.
If they're worried about ramp, then they should slow it down.
Yeah. Yeah,
Simply put, if you
definitely.
want, like, if it's such a big issue, don't make it one.
Yeah.
Do.
And it's like, you've already banned the cards that it really impacts anyway, so what's the, like, again, unless you, yeah, like I said, it's future proofing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same with this next card, isn't it?
Yeah, it is exactly the same, word for word.
Yeah, true, actually. So what we just said about the Piccolo basically applies to this.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah,
Not
they're
many
just
people are using that, though.
force
Like, it was
injection.
popular when it came out.
Yeah, and then it dropped off. Like, I didn't see many. Oh no, it came back in when 21 was a big deck. That's when this card came back.
Yeah, because, like, people use this, then Dende came out. So, people just kind of slowly went towards Dende,
Yeah.
and now they banned it.
So, yeah, it's. I get it and I don't get it. It was the same with the 21 and the other one. Is like, yeah, you're doing it for future proof purposes, so you can open up your doors a bit more to more card design. But then, what's gonna happen from there? Like, you know, what's gonna be the next step?
Yeah.
Right, now, this one is interesting. So, Plan for Destruction. So, originally this card was designed to promote energy ramping strategies when combined with Goku Black Bringer of Despair or Fusamasu Supreme Strike. But with the release of Unison Warriors, the Zeno Edge of Space would allow players to swap this card out of their energy and into their hand, and then ramp again, which limits future card design. Okay, so they've done it expecting a combo to dominate the meta.
Yeah, well, it's to stop you from just looping that card, isn't it? Because you can just... Because I think the Zeno goes into the energy or something.
Without reading the Zeno, I can't remember exactly.
I can try and find it because you've got like the list on your screen, whereas I don't.
Yeah, you can take a look.
So, but this band's upset us.
Yeah, this band's a bit of an odd one, to some degree. Like, we already know the big boy needed to go. Yeah, it's... I could understand... Again, right, so it's like the 21. Let it come out, let the tournament scene happen with it, see what happens.
Yeah.
So, it's... should have based it off the tournament scene.
Yeah. I found the Zeno.
Oh, okay.
So, I'll just read the effect. If your leader's blue and your life is at 5 or less, that's your opponent's turn. When this card is used in a combo, you can add a card from your energy to your hand. If you do, place one card in your hand into your energy. So, yeah, they're expecting you to just loop the plan for destruction, because you can just put something else in and play plan.
And then plan goes into your energy anyway.
Yeah, but then you combo again, put plan back into your hand, use it again. So you charge 2 cards from each plan destruction, because it will charge itself and another card as long as you use Zeno. Which I can get, but you could also just limit plan for destruction. Or errata it to be once per turn. Or you can't play another copy for the turn.
It's the fact that it can only be used with certain leaders as well, though. It's like, it doesn't... Like, the Goku Black or Zamasu, they weren't... the only time it would actually make much difference is if they plan on making more Goku Black and some Masu leaders. Yes, I know they've made some in set 10, but what?
Yeah.
No, sorry, they made us a Masu, not a Goku Black.
I think because they've made the new deck in this set, they've had to address it because they realise that you could do it in the new one, unless you could do it in the older ones. So, but it's still down to the player's choice as well, whether they want to do it, because it it has to be during your opponent's turn. So, yeah, it's easier than most, but it's still a bit awkward.
Yeah, and if you think this was going to be such a problem, why not keep things in the game to deal with it?
Yeah, like the Piccolo.
Yeah, and the force ejection. Like, if it was going to be such a problem, keep things to deal with it. Right,
Like
yeah,
it's and Plan for Destruction could just be limited to that you can only play one in a turn.
yeah,
Because that's the other thing as well, is like Plan for Destruction doesn't have a limited amount of like plays.
no, yeah, exactly. So there's it's another card that didn't deserve the ban and could have just been errated.
Yeah, they really could have just waited and seen what happened, or just say like the energy's placed in rest mode from Zeno,
Yeah,
because then you have less energy to do that combo with. Because Plan of Destruction goes in rest mode, so
it's an interesting choice.
yeah.
Again, they're literally their reasoning is just because of future card design, but that to me that says they already have ideas in place.
Yeah, like they have an idea of where they want to put focus,
Yeah,
so they get rid of anything.
that could
That
impact it.
Yeah,
But again, like they definitely should have waited for a tournament scene to start
yeah,
before choosing some of these cards.
yeah.
Because they might not have done anything, because it's like, well, you got to see what is topping in order to make these decisions, really.
Yeah.
I know they do this every time a new set comes out, is they preemptively do a ban in preparation, don't they? But
Well, they kind of have to.
yeah, they do their bans differently to other card games, but it's... They would have to have waited until the second set of the new block to then ban them, so it's... Unless they decide to do an emergency ban. But definitely should have been a tournament scene first, to see what happens. Yeah. So the next card... Is this me, is it? Yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah,
shit.
it's supposed to be me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Turles, the Unstoppable Ghost Warrior. So yeah, this card has been used to take your opponent's life faster than originally intended, and has unforeseen interactions with unison cards that could create an unbalanced gameplay. We believe this card could create an unenjoyable gameplay experience and thus deserving a ban. Which,
Right.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know what it does, it has dual attack, activate main, choose 2 black cards in your drop area with an energy cost between 3 and 7 and place them at the bottom of your deck in any order and play this card from your hand. So it comes out for free instead of paying free. And then it has activate battle once per turn. Choose 1 card in your hand and place it in your drop area, and this card gains 5k for the duration of a turn. Right, so it's a 15 dual attacker, and we already have 15 dual attackers in the game. There's things that already do that.
Yeah.
But they require usually for you to pay to bring them out. I'm pretty sure there's other 15 dual attackers. If not, there's plenty of other things. But I think it's because it can come out without paying the energy is the difference.
Yeah, I and it's also the fact that you could just attack a unison card twice, I suppose.
Yes, but there's also the fact that you could play multiple of these in one turn.
Yeah.
And then just go bang, 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 which is probably what people were doing anyway. I didn't really... I wasn't paying too much attention with this card when people were playing it, because I didn't see it too much.
No, I didn't see it at all.
I did see it, just not massively. I think it might have been a couple of times on stream that I've seen it. But I get it, the fact that it's a very aggressive card and playing out multiples in one turn can smack your opponent's life down very, like, yeah, a bit crazy. But if that was the problem with it, why not have banned it sooner?
Yeah, like, it hasn't been out long, has it?
I'm trying to think which set, like, because it came out... When did Hatchiat come out? What set was that?
Was that not the set just gone? Set 9?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
If it was set 9, then yeah, fair enough, this makes sense to ban this now. But if it was set 8, why not just banned it back when set 9 came out?
I mean, it's just because of using cards.
Well, yeah, it does say here for unforeseen interactions with unison cards, but again, it's... Yeah, okay. It is, like it says here, it's a unison card interactions. I guess it's... I'm trying to think what unison card it could interact with that would make it so stupid.
Pretty much all of them, because you can take markers off, and then some of them will have, if you would lose a marker, do this instead. So...
True. Yeah, it's definitely something I'm just missing, but I cannot, for life of me, think. Okay, fair enough. So, but even without them saying about the unforeseen interactions with unison cards, it probably needed some sort of limit or ban anyway, because it is a very powerful card. So, without the unison interaction, it probably should have be going anyway at some point.
Yeah, it was going to go eventually.
Yeah. So those are the ban cards. Now we're on to the Erratas. So, Fiona, this is your number one deck, isn't it?
It's my boy.
Like, the amount of times we've seen deck profiles of this thing.
I enjoy it.
Alright, so do you want to... I'll let you take away this one, so...
Okay. So yeah, our first errata is Goku Black, my boy. So yeah, what have we put? So this card works far too well with the new card, Xeno Cosmic Unison. It also caused players to ignore other ramp strategies, so creating an errata. Oh, so yeah, the unison card I was going to run with it, they were like, please no. So yeah. Oh my god. So, originally, its active main was once per turn, if you have 2 or more blue energy, choose cards from your life, place it in the energy, end of a turn, you lose an energy. So now, what they've done is that once you use that to get an energy, you can't charge any more cards for the turn. So it stops you from ramping when you use the active main. Which, yeah, is annoying. But you could also just play around it quite easily. Just run a Self-Awakener, ramp before you do it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it does suck.
It's yeah, the Zeno Cosmic Unison is quite a crazy card.
Yeah.
Um, ow. But there's also like the Goku Black Unison card. I don't know how much interaction. Like, I can't remember what that card does, so I don't know how much it impacts. Does it help ramping? Does the Goku Black one? I can't remember.
Neither can I. But like I remember, like I was gonna probably just use that one of the deck anyway because Britical Black.
Alright. So, yeah, it's an interesting errata.
Yeah.
They could have just completely revamped the leader. I know it's like, you know, the community voted type thing, but it might have just been better just to completely make a brand new Goku Black leader for set 10.
Yeah. Could have rebooted it. But now we got Soul Striker.
Yes, which isn't on the website, so I'm not sure how we're going to cover that, guys, at the moment.
Most people's reaction to that reboot, from what I've seen, are just, I'd rather use the original.
I haven't actually looked at people's comments.
Well, that's because like the new one says mono blue energy.
Yeah.
Well, so, like it specifies mono, whereas like the original version just said energy. So people are like, I may as well just get all energy back.
Hmm.
You know, you can't force me not to use this one. So.
Well, no. The only way they can... Oh, no, because it's a reboot, isn't it? So the name's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd have to ban the original Soul Striker so that you're forced to use the new one.
Yeah.
That's all they could do.
Yeah, true.
Or say, treat the old ones as a new one, but then that would apply for every reboot leader.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah.
Alright, so the next errata is the Supreme Kai Time Unison of History. Now, this hasn't actually even come out yet, obviously, because it's a Unison card.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just take a look, shall we? So, as written, the card's text allows for an unintended interaction with Paragus, Father of Demon, and Chilai and Lemo, the Kind-Hearted, which would allow players to add cards to their life.
Oh, yeah, because they stop you from taking your own life.
So add one card in your life to your hand, then choose one card from your hand and place it in your life. So...
I think what they're saying is that you could use the effect, you gain the +1, you don't take a life, but you get an extra life, so you could just sit there and put cards in your life.
Okay.
Because yeah, those two leaders state that you can't take cards from your life, like through effects, I think.
Yeah.
So like, I think the effects still go off to an extent.
Yeah, because you gotta meet as much of the card text as possible.
Yeah. So this card would just basically
Gives you extra life.
Yeah, you just be like, choose cards from your hand, put it in your life. And it's like, oh look, I can go above 8 life.
So they basically now made it so you may add one, and if you do, so it's like you.
Yeah.
If you do
If
you do it, you then can do it, as opposed to a.
Yeah. You
what
have
it
to
was
take
before.
one. Yeah, you have to take one to add one.
Yeah. So it stops that from happening.
Pretty much.
I like that they've seen that interaction.
Yeah.
And done something about it now. Like, that one is genuine. Okay, fair enough, you've done the right thing there.
Yeah.
Alright, so on to our next card then.
Yep. So again, another one has come out, which is Son Goku Warrior That Crossed Time. Um, so yeah, it's as written. This card would allow you to intentionally remove your own card to ramp.
Yeah, so for those who don't actually know what the card does, it says auto if you lead a card as a blue Trunks future card, and you return this card to its owner's hand. At the end of your opponent's turn, if you haven't added a life to your hand due to an opponent's attack this turn, choose up to one hope for victory in your hand and play it. Also, if this card is removed from battle area by a skill, choose up to one of the hope in your hand and place it in your energy.
Hmm.
Okay, so carry on then.
So yeah, the errata is that it has to be an opponent's skill.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why I clicked it to look at the text when the text is right there. I don't know why I did that.
It's more interactive for the audience. So,
Right. So,
yeah.
Jonah, do you want to get the victory up and just read it out for us?
The victory.
Mm-hmm.
Hope for victory. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, it makes sense why they've had to errata it, because yeah, you could just sit there, bounce it back and forth.
Yeah, but just...
Where the hell are you, Goku? There you are.
I don't know, there's so many Gokus, there's no point searching by name.
There we go. So yeah, so permanent, during your opponent's turn, if all your energy is mono blue, and you reveal this card from your life to add it to your hand, you may place it in your energy in rest mode instead if you do draw a card.
Yeah.
Also, at the end of your next turn, after you place this card in your energy with this skill, if this card is in your energy, place it in the owner's drop.
Right, so... I don't get it then. Like, why would you want to play it onto the board?
Trying to think.
Like, if you want to basically use Supreme Card Time, for example, to put it into your life, to then get it off your life to do the effect. What am I missing?
Like I'm trying to think. Okay, so you can play the Goku.
Because, oh, right, so if this card is removed from the battle area by an opponent's skill, choose up to one in your hand and place it in your energy.
Oh, and then its effect to send itself
Won't apply.
because you use them for the union, don't you?
Yeah, so originally it's removed from a battle area by a skill. So, okay, right. Now, because I've really thought about it, you remove it by its own skill.
Oh, yeah, because
You remove it by its own skill, and then you play the Goku into your energy.
Hmm.
But now you're relying on your opponent's skill to play the Goku into your energy. That's what it is. So, yeah, okay. It was because I really had to think about the Goku's effect in my brain. I was trying to really think about it. It's like, wait, what? No, it doesn't make any sense. I think I was confusing myself too much for no reason.
Yeah. I feel like it might be a bit early to errata it.
Yeah, but see, now I know why I do not like the errata. I get it now, but I don't like it. It ruined the combo.
Yeah, so that you don't would allow you to intentionally move. Like the idea was to fuse them from the energy anyway. So
Yeah,
because that's the thing, the Goku and the Vegeta, the Hope for Victory Goku and whatever the hell it is Vegeta, are designed to go in there and be sent off. If they're not sent off, then you've wasted them. Is the entire point of them.
yeah,
So now it's down to your opponent to get rid of them, which I get. Like when it says buy a skill, you could bounce it or whatever just to keep doing that. But since the cards are going anyway, it's not really ramp. It's just easier on you, which is the point of the deck.
yeah. I'm not too keen on it. But I don't think that deck would have made too much of an impact,
No,
to be honest.
I don't think they needed to do the errata until the deck was used more. Then determine where the errata comes in,
Yeah.
if it comes in.
I mean, there might be something we're completely missing, but I can't honestly think.
You know, we can't expect it to see everything straight away. So
Yeah. But honestly, that it's not needed. But I might
not at
just
the
be
moment.
like, I think I might just be having a biased opinion on it because, like, I wanted that combo.
Yeah, like I agree. There's no need for it right now. So
Yeah.
later on, maybe. At the moment, no.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So
It's just the way they do their ban list, though, isn't it? That's what is caused this.
yeah,
And now they've errated it like that. They're not going to change it back at a later date when they've realised it's not going to do anything. So it's like, it's just stuck like that now.
yeah.
So, alright, on to our next card then. Is this me, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Surge Q's been errated. Okay. So, we're trying our best to design cards to make the game more interactive. Right, okay. However, this card's defensive capabilities are far too high and can be used in many different decks to stall for several turns, leading to longer game times. We're adding an errata for this card to make sure it doesn't cause games to stall out in the future.
Yeah.
So
Which
they've basically made it so its activate main slash battle is if it's your turn
yeah.
to do one of the effects, as opposed to during your opponent's turn to get rid of their skills or gain 10k in a crit so you can live the turn easier. Which I feel like I get it. Again, like, you know, they're future proof and they want to get rid of it because of like what it can do. But they could have waited. Again, because if the game is slowing down anyway, what if? What's the point of getting rid of it if the game was slower anyway?
I think it's more a case of like it dragged out the game longer than they needed to. Because like, if you think about it from the tournament side, you could end up winning. Like your opponent could win using Surge Q because they've been able to stop your attacks. Whereas like, if they weren't able to do that, you would have won.
Yeah, true.
But because it's gone to time, it's gone down to judgment and they've won. But yeah, no one was using it aggressively, really. It was just
A pure defensive one. But there are defensive
Yeah.
leaders anyway.
Yeah, but I think the difference is like the defensive leaders either give themselves like 5k or they have like negates ready. This one can just turn off all of your opponent's back cards as they come at you.
Yeah.
So you can just be like, oh look, there's a bunch of doubles and dual attackers and all that. You can just be like, yeah, no, they're all vanillas. Enjoy.
And they want mono to become more of a dominant thing as well, don't they?
Yeah.
So
You want more mono.
okay, so yeah, okay, fair enough. Like, although doesn't that mean that one of its effects isn't really like that applicable then?
Well,
Because it says choose all your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and negate their skills. That'd only be relevant if they had blockers and negate things on the board.
yeah, but that's the because it's active main or battle, you can still do that.
Yeah.
So it does just stop any of those going off, which is still handy because if your opponent's hand is low, but they've got like a bunch of blockers or a couple on board negates, you can just play. Actually, I'm going to turn those off and just beat the shit out of you.
Mm.
So
Alright, well, okay, fair enough. Alright, so the official, yeah, this is our last card.
yeah,
So it's you, isn't it?
yep.
Yeah.
So we got the Surge Piccolo. So we're trying our best to design cards to make the game more interactive. However, this card allows players to gain advantage whilst also ramping to use counter cards and play high cost cards early. We believe this card will unnecessarily limit future card designs, so they've issued an errata. The errata being that, so before, when you, at the start of your turn, you could look at the top card of your deck, place it on top or bottom, and then draw a card. So now you don't draw a card, basically.
Yeah, so you don't draw two cards. So you don't just go look, draw, and then draw for turn. It's you're just literally looking at
you decide whether you want to draw the card or not.
Which is basically what the card should have been to start off with. That's what the leader should have been initially.
That's what you were doing.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, yeah.
You played for the errata before it happened, Matt.
Yeah.
You got future vision.
It's because that's what it just should have been. Like when it first came out.
Is this where you start to play it and try to draw a card and you're like, wait, hang on. That's when you get the effect right, when it's like when you were right all along.
Yeah.
So if I draw a card, no, wait.
Yeah, it should have just been that from the start.
Yeah, because it is crazy advantage.
Well, yeah, drawing two cards a turn is nuts.
Drawing two cards and picking one of those cards.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Being like, do I want this? No. Okay, I'll take whatever's there.
It's not the fact that it was like a ramp style, because like ramp was already around anyway. There's plenty of ramp things. So,
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It is just to stop, because like it's more a case of like the more cards you have in your hand, the more you can do.
Yeah.
So like you could find your ramp quicker because you've been able to get two cards.
Mm.
Or like even if you were going first and you didn't have a draw for turn, that gave you one.
Yes, and you can manipulate your deck.
Yeah.
Was another thing. Alright then. Okay, so guys, thank you very much for watching. Leave any thoughts you have in the comments below. We apologise if we may have seemed a bit dumb in some of the things, just because we haven't realised.
If you've been here for a while, you know that we kind of are.
But honestly, yeah. I hope you guys understand why our opinions have been the way they are, and don't like be too brutal about it, please.
Yeah. Like it's just our personal takes on everything. Like you guys will have similar, different, or you may well have the same one. So it's like that's just how we feel about it. If you agree, disagree, whatever, just it's open discussion, and we are happy to discuss it as well.
Yeah.
So.
Alright then guys, so thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. So bye bye.
Bye.